up guys, welcome back to another video. So today I'm going to do something a bit different. So I'm currently on 7k and I'm probably not going to play many more games right now, so I thought about doing something a little bit different. I mean, I could have shown you some of the games that I had on the tournament, but overall it will be like more of the same, because I'm always like trying to play with the same deck, see if I can still improve it, see if I can still do something different. So I thought, why don't I try to like review some Royale awesome matches that kind of involve what I usually play, like since the beginning I always played with graveyards, and back in the day I used to rock a deck with giants and graveyards, with either like poison, arrows, and then I started to use the freeze because it's just a bit overpowered in my opinion. And since me using that deck, I got some decent success, and then I turned into a weirdo and I found out that this deck kinda does work, and with that I was able to reach, I did the season inside the top 10k. I was able to win a grand challenge. I was even able to get to 300 in the start of 2 seasons, the 300 in the world. So I thought myself, why don't I review a couple of matches, including like graveyard, and see their decisions. So that's what we're doing today, and today I'm going to watch the match between Angel Islas. I hope that I pronounce it decently. He's been in 8,000, pretty damn good. And then we also have DJ Dem. This guy's from Mexico. Interesting. Very good profiles as well. So let's watch them, and I'll give you my honest opinion. So I'm gonna be focusing more on the guy with the graveyard and his point of view and his decisions, because that's where I have like, that's where I have like the most knowledge, and right, that's the type of deck that I like to play and that I usually play quite a bunch. So we're gonna go through like how he plays, his decisions, whether I agree with them or not. Here, I wasn't so surprised with this kind of deck if he just waits for his opponent to play, Like he doesn't need to rush. Might as well just see where he has, if he plays first, to then make some plans to then counter the other opponent. And yeah, and in this case with the guy that is playing with Mega is always kind of an expensive card. Is not using like fast cycle cards like one of those spirits. So I don't know, maybe this guy with Mega tends to play first and not waste too much elixir, because if you're running some kind of heavy deck like above 4.0 elixir cost, then maybe it wouldn't be too bad to not waste to not waste any elixir, and if you have like a good hand, you can always like try to wait out a bit, because for example, with golem you only tend to play the golem at the elixir. At least if you don't have a quick deck, you try to play the golem more towards the double elixir. So it depends. So let's focus more on this deck. On the giant deck. So he plays the Queen Asher. Yeah, he's just basically waiting to see what he has. Okay, he freezes it. Which maybe it was not too bad of an idea. Because with a freeze, you don't let the Queen Asher to turn invisible and crush that Infernal Dragon. But either way, you went for a giant, maybe possibly tank. I don't know. Maybe the best option was to try to get that ability. But in this scenario, it turned out to be a great option. That giant will tank for the Infernal Dragon. And this is the thing that I don't really like, because like there are many dudes that still use what do you call it, poison and Mother Witch, and it doesn't have, like if he has poison, if the dude with Mega had poison, it would have been like really really hard from here, and with having like graveyard, you want to see initially if the opponent has poison or not, to catch that poison off cycle, so it took his chances. This Angel Hyzeless definitely took his chances, took a little bit of a risk, but for now it seems that it paid off, because this guy doesn't have a clear counter, doesn't have something like a poison or anything like that, so maybe it will turn out to, well, in that aspect it turns out to be alright, so he made a ton of damage. Okay, that he activated that little ability just on the very last second. It made that Queen Asher to crush the Lumberjack, and we shall see how it plays out. We're going to play the Dark Prince. That's right. He played that Dark Prince in order to get those two towers to make some damage into that Mega Knight, which is very good. Goes up, yeah, and they move on. Let's see, it's probably going to cycle. Interesting. And I don't know. The guy with Mega didn't want to play the witch to kill those skeletons. Alright. But the fireball, well, it made sense for him to not wanting to play the witch right now, because he doesn't have a solid card to defend if needed, so going to play giant in the back, or is going to be super attacking, or is going to attack a little bit more and play giant in the reach? No, just rotating the deck. Yeah. and it's going to possibly. Mm, right now, it doesn't have Queen Archer. It doesn't have Mega Knight in cycle. Well, it's going to freeze here. Unless. No. It would have been a good freeze though. You could have freeze and then play a lumberjack, and it would have been fine. You would have done a lot of damage. But maybe it would make it a little bit imbalanced. So I don't know. Yeah, they could have played that freeze, and it probably would have been maybe the best choice on this part. But we keep moving. Overall, okay, not too bad, not too bad. So he's going to play giant, and then yeah, on the other side, because obviously you're not going to play giant for the dragon for that infernal dragon to be killed. So he plays the giant with graveyard on the other side, and because he doesn't have because these DJDM doesn't have something like a poison, something like a mother witch. Is a Angel Isles is just trying to upcycle his deck and to be super aggressive. But and he has to be super aggressive because he let a bunch of damage go into that other side, so it's basically all or nothing for him. He plays a freeze. The infernal dragon on the other side might be able to get that tower. Then it's going to be till the very last second. No, okay. We can see that. Ooh, ooh, ooh! It was until the very last second, and that giant wasn't able to make it off. So yeah, what I have to say about this match? I think it could have been a little bit better for the one that is playing against Giant. I mean, until here, all fine. He took his chances, definitely. That fireball is not the end of the world, but what's the point? That he got to be a little bit weird. Here it's. Yeah, I could have definitely freeze the guy with the Mega Knight. And you could have played the Lumberjack. But then, on this case, if he played the Lumberjack and if he froze that, he could have played the Dark Prince, or even waited a bit and played the Giant with the Graveyard, and the guy with the Mega wouldn't have too much elixir. So yeah. He could have played the same thing here, We could have played the Dark Prince towards the middle of the field in order for both towers to make damage to that Mega Knight. And it was weird that he suffered a bunch of damage, wasn't it? It tried to counter, but yeah, overall, the guy with the Lumberjack is the one that was up right now, because he can freeze or he can fireball wherever he responded, and he let the hit come through. So yeah, some decisions could have been different, but overall, I mean, yeah, a couple of decisions could have been different and could have possibly had turned out to different outcomes, you know? So yeah, this whole review like took 15 minutes. I still have to think about what I really like want to say and what I really want to do with these reviews. I definitely think that took too long, and possibly I didn't really set the best things. I don't know. But yeah, these videos are just a way for me to just, have fun and try to improve on my English. I try to keep practicing it. And yeah, I hope you guys are having fun. I hope you guys enjoy your day. Enjoy your week. I'll see you next time. Take care and peace.